Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the problem 500 squared minus 499 squared. So, to solve this, what I'm first going to do is rewrite this as 499 plus 1 squared minus 499 squared. And if I have something in the form a plus b squared, this is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So 499 plus 1 squared is turned into 499 squared plus 2 times 499 times 1 plus 1 squared, and I have this minus 499 squared. Now I can cancel out 499 squared and negative 499 squared, so I'll be left with 2 times 499 times 1 plus 1 squared. 2 times 499 is 998, times 1 is just 998, and I have this plus 1 squared, which is plus 1, and this is equal to 999. Now I actually have another method of solving this. So I have 500 squared minus 499 squared, and this time I'm going to rewrite this as 500 squared minus 500 minus 1 squared. Now, if I have something in the form a minus b squared, this is equal to a minus b times a minus b, which is equal to, if I factor this out, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is going to turn into 500 squared minus 2 times 500 times 1 plus b squared, which is 1 squared. So these two cancel out. However, this is actually going to be in parentheses. So the negative sign distributes. So this turns into 500 squared minus 500 squared plus 2 times 500 times 1, which is the same thing as 2 times 500, minus 1 squared. Now these two can cancel out, so I get 1,000 minus 1, which is equal to 999. So again, I get 999 as my answer. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. So, the only variable I'm solving for, and the only variable that's in this equation, is x. Now for my solution, I'll first start by writing my equation down here. So I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And what I'm first going to do is start by rewriting 4 here as 2 squared. So I have 2 squared to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of x squared is going to equal 2 to the power of 2 times x squared. Now I have this over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 2 to the power of 2x squared over 2 to the power of x, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 2x squared minus x, and this is equal to 8. Now 8, I'm going to rewrite this as 2 to the power of 3. So now another property of exponents is that if I have something in form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. In other words, if the bases of two expressions are the same, that means the exponents are equal to each other as well. So now I have 2 to the power of x squared minus x is equal to 3. And if I subtract 3 on both sides, I get 2x squared minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now to solve this, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 2, b is negative 1, and c is negative 3. So I get x is equal to negative of negative 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 3. And I have this all over 2a, so 2 times 2. So now this is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 24 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 25 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus 5 over 4. So now this gives me two solutions. I get x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, and x equals 1 minus 5 over 4. So for x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, I get x equals 3 over 2. And for x equals 1 minus 5 over 4, I get x equals negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. So now, going back here, I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x equals 8. So I'm going to check these two solutions. So I'm going to first start with negative 1. So if I plug in x for negative 1, I get 4 to the power of negative 1 squared over 2 to the power of negative 1 is equal to 8. So 4 to the power of negative 1 squared is the same thing as 4 to the power of 1, because negative 1 squared is just positive 1. And 2 to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 2. So this turns into 4 times 2 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. Now I'm going to check x equals 3 over 2. So I have 4 to the power of 3 over 2 squared over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4, so I have 4 to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now to solve this, 4 to the power of 9 over 4 is the same thing as 4 to the power of 9 to the 4th root. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 2 squared to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2. So now, let me rewrite this over here. Two times 9 over 4 is 18 over 4, so I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 8. 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 3. So I get 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. So this is right.